What if I told you one of the best budget IEMs on the market isn't from a major brand, but from a company you've probably never heard of? Enter the Truthear HEXA. It's not flashy, but it might just be the best $80 you'll spend in audio for games. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's GraysonDel here, diving into all things tech, gaming, and gear that punches above its weight. If you're into honest reviews and discovering underrated gems, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Let's talk about the Truthear HEXA. This is a quad driver IEM setup. One dynamic driver with 3 balanced armatures per side, all packed into a shell that somehow keeps the price under $100, which is wild. I ended up getting these for 60 bucks on sale. The design is simple, matte black with a stealthy design. There's no bling, just business, and it fits snug in the ear. And it's surprisingly light despite all of that driver tech stuffed inside, which I'm genuinely surprised about. I have an unboxing for you guys and a few other things, and then I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts. Let's get into the unboxing. All right, in the front of the box here, we have our Truthear HEXA with the anime girl in the front, taking inspiration from Moondrop. I'm assuming probably because it wouldn't surprise me if they were made by the same team or company. So the HEXA has 1 dynamic driver and 3 balanced armatures. That's what the 3BA stands for. It's a hybrid in-ear monitor. On the back of the box, just like with the Critical Blues and Reds and pretty much all of the Moondrop items that I've seen, they have the Harman scale or the sound index measurements. I'm not like a sound guy, so I'm not gonna try to sound all suave about it. And yeah, they list out a few of the features here in regards to the 1 dynamic driver with the 3 balanced armatures. It's using a PU and LCP composite diaphragm, which I'll get into all of that. Then they have a cable that is oxygen-free, silver-plated, pretty cool. And then the frequency response is anywhere from 8 hertz to 40 kilohertz. It's pretty good actually, 40 kilohertz. I currently am rocking a Sennheiser the 490 Pro, so it's over-ear headphones, and I wanted to get a pair of IEMs. Everybody was recommending the Aria, and they were recommending a couple of the other brands like the EM6 from Linsol. I decided to go for the HEXA because everybody was also complaining the HEXA has a very neutral sound. I don't know what that means exactly, so I'm kind of curious to see what a neutral sound actually sounds like. So let's break into the box and see what we get in the box. So those are the IEMs right there, and they are inside this nice frame. Then you have your carrying pouch. Take the carrying pouch out right here, and then underneath the carrying pouch you have silicone tips. Actually, you got wide nozzle silicone tips, and then you have your small nozzle silicone tips. I'll get really close on those in a little bit. Let's just see what's inside the pouch here. We got our cables. So here we go. That's our IEM cable. I'm gonna take the pouch, put it off to the side here, and it feels really nice actually. It's like a really nice plastic, and it has like this nice reinforced plastic lining on the actual connector that sits on your ear. I don't know if that's going to be very comfortable, but I'll give you my verdict after a few hours of using it today. And then obviously I'm not gonna sleep with it like Super Review does, but I'll definitely play games with it and let you know if I get a competitive edge. There we go. And here's the other HEXA. So there we go. That's both of the HEXAs. They look like they sit pretty deep in the air here. Like that's a really long nozzle. I'm assuming that's gonna have some serious input in the ear. Okay, let me do a side-by-side with this. So these are considered the small, and then this is also considered a small. I just want to show you the difference in the hole here, so you'll see what I'm saying. They're both small, but you see how the one on the left here is like it's more closed in, and then the one on the right is like more open. So that's the difference you're getting there. We have 2 foam tips. So these are exactly the same. They're foam tips. So essentially you put them on, you squish them, and then theoretically they should create a seal inside of your ear. Your IEMs, carrying pouch, which is nice, fits right in your pocket. I'm sure you guys have seen it hundreds of times, nothing new there. And you get your cable, a whole bunch of tips to play around with. If you want, you could also include the owner's manual, and then a warranty certificate card. Let me do a few videos with me actually putting them in my ear so you guys can see how it looks inside of my ear, and we will continue from there. One thing I did want to note when I was connecting this is that it does have a nice little seat, so it sits kind of in there. Let me plug the 2-pin in, and the 2-pin is going to sink right into the right in there, which is nice, so that you get a little bit more reinforcement. You're using the plastic housing on the 2-pin as a force of protection to keep your 2-pin from ever being destroyed. And then on the side that goes in your ears here, the sound looks like it's traveling through 2 little pockets here. We got one that's green and one that's gold, and that's the same thing on the other one as well, so it's pretty cool. I'm so sorry about being this close. I do have the IEMs in right now, so you can kind of see how it sits in the ear. It's definitely being hugged by the back here, but it's not uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable by any means. And then my super reviews will tell you all about this thing. I don't know what the hell it is, but it sits very sleek, and it forms really nice. So I just wanna, I'm not able to see it right now, so hopefully I'm catching it in the video. But yeah, it's really nice. And it's not uncomfortable by any means. I could see myself wearing these for actually a few hours with no exhaustion or discomfort. All right, so this is with the IEMs on right now. And they're sitting really good in my ears, very flush, very covert. I would also, the cable is pretty short, so you're definitely gonna need a jack that's pretty close. Luckily I'm using the full Beacon setup, so I have a Beacon Mix Create, and I also have the Beacon XLR connector that's powering the Shure microphone. All right, this is GraysonDel from the future. It's been about a month since I started this video, so you're gonna notice that I'm probably a little bit more tan than I was at the beginning of this video, and I apologize for that. But at the same time, you know, it's the summer heat. I've been enjoying the summer as much as I possibly can, and I've been swapping out between my Sennheiser 490 Pros to the Hexas, kind of alternating on a week-to-week basis, just so I can kind of get a feel for sound differences. I'm gonna say that the Hexas are definitely a really good budget starting IEM. I'm very happy with the purchase for $80 plus taxes, looking around 90 bucks, I guess you could argue. I would say I understand what neutral means now. It finally makes sense. They are very flat, and I'm actually very happy that I ended up having the Beacon Mix Create and the Beacon Studio, as the Beacon Mix Create and the Beacon Studio allowed me to really do that fine tuning. When I was trying to connect these to my computer straight, do not get that fine tuning. So I was having moments where I was cranking the audio so I could listen to a YouTube video, but then I had to lower the volume or go into Discord settings to lower my friend's audio. You just lose a lot of that control. I don't know what you would call it, like an adjustment to all of your audio settings. The IEMs definitely can hurt your ears. I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely had moments where I would just have the IEMs in, put on a YouTube video, not even realize where my volumes were set, and bam, that thing blew my ears out, and I had to take them out real quick. I can imagine that there's high risk in hearing loss with IEMs, especially if you have it too loud. Luckily with the Beacon Mix Create, it does come with an IEM power adapter. I've definitely seen the benefits, I would say. I'm not going to be able to give this a 1 to 10 review. I don't have enough IEMs in my collection to justify this, as these are the, I would say, second or third pair of IEMs that I've ever considered to purchase. These, from what I've read, are like 6.2, and it varies, so it can go from 6.2 millimeters to I've even seen it as low as like 5.96 millimeters. I do have small ears. My right ear is more collapsed than my left ear. I've had 9 surgeries on my ears, so that's kind of just a consequence of having so many surgeries from tubes and hearing loss from birth, as I am not hard at hearing, but I'm definitely have minor hearing loss in my right ear. And my left ear has also felt the consequences of that. So will I recommend these? Absolutely. I do think if you're gonna get into IEMs, you definitely want to start with budget IEMs, anywhere from the price range of 20 bucks all the way to $80 to 100 bucks is considered budget. And then I am interested in getting some Crin Daybreaks, which are the brand new IEMs from Crinical. All right, if you guys enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, just pretty much anything down below, as your support goes a long way in allowing me to continue making videos like this, as I do kind of enjoy this stuff, and I'm trying my best to make the content better and better every day. And your support goes a long way in allowing me to potentially make this a career and get away from quality engineering. It's not exactly very enjoyable to me. Other than that, guys, take it easy. Until next time, bye-bye.